Welcome to the Ask the Expert Show with local celebrity hosts Steve-O and Renee. Sit back each week while Steve-O and Renee educate you with live in-studio experts, such as lawyers, doctors, home improvement, and financial experts in their field. Call in and have your questions answered each week at 888-565-1470. Now, here is Steve-O and Renee with today's expert in their field.
Hey, good afternoon. A new day for Ask the Experts. We have been trying to get this spot for probably about a year. 5 to 6 is actually true drive time. We've been on Mondays in the past from 4 to 5. So now it's going to be every Thursday from 5 to 6. And we've got an incredible show today. You know, we always bring you in the experts. What's so special about our show is you hear a lot of things about businesses that aren't always on the up and up. Well, with our show, you don't have to worry about that because we get the best of the best. And today's show, we're going to talk about buying homes. And I'm talking about fast. Because, listen, we get all the phone calls from our foreclosure show, so we know there's a lot of you out there. We've got an incredible company that we found that can buy your house fast. It doesn't matter how much work it needs. If you have a question for them, you can call them at 888-565-1470. We have, the name of the show is Florida Cash Home Buyers. We have both owners in with us today, Omar Reiner and Gabriel Garcia. Hi, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Man, we're going to do some business today. So let's just start off. First of all, tell us about your company. Because I got to tell you something. We've seen a lot of fly-by-night people in this business. And that's when I was so glad that we found you guys because, man, you see all kind of ads one day and the next day, the phone's been disconnected. And I'm going to tell you something, with the way the economy is now, people sometimes have to get out of their house right away.
Right.
They don't have time to have a realtor spend 90 or 120 days trying to find a buyer. They might not have all that time.
Right.
And we're going to go into how you actually do this. But first of all, tell us about the company. What is your background, first of all, Omar?
My background is in yoga, and we actually met in the yoga class that I was teaching.
No kidding. No kidding.
And then we just started real estate then, and then we did some deals together. Each one of us had our own companies before that, so we did some deals together. We liked working together, so we decided to partner up and take the business to another level. This is our fifth year in business.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
5 years in the business.
So,
because listen, if you can get by the first year, you're in good shape.
yeah.
And so tell me about the company.
So our company is Florida Cash Home Buyers, LLC. We buy houses in Broward, Dade, and Palm Beach counties. We do marketing. We send out flyers and letters to homeowners in areas that we like to buy, and people contact us. We go out to their home. We take a look at it, make them an offer, and basically close anywhere from 7 to 14, 15 days.
Oh,
usually.
that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. And it doesn't matter if the house needs work.
No,
It doesn't matter.
not at all.
It has nothing to do with. So I can imagine some person out there goes, well, my house is in bad shape. I'm never going to be able to sell this. You guys can actually come in, make an offer, and then you work on fixing the house up.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can resell it, or do you rent the houses ever?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do some rentals, and just to answer your question, we just got a contract that came in yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're closing tomorrow.
Wow.
Right.
It's one of
I'm
our
pumped now,
fastest ones. Yeah, I mean the seller had a real, tight deadline, so we worked around it to make it happen. It's not the typical case, but we
Right.
can do it if it's really necessary.
And Gabriel, tell us about you're Omar's partner. Tell us about your background.
My background's in music business.
That's right. You were telling me.
yeah, I used to do a lot of recording and mixing and stuff like that, and it got to a point where it wasn't where I wanted to be in life. It wasn't really providing the lifestyle I wanted, and transitioned into real estate later.
I'm going to tell you something with what's going on. To tell you guys what's going on in the economy, how depressed the economy is. man, there's a lot of people out there that need to get out from under their homes.
Yeah.
And I love the service that you guys provide. Now, you're not going to come in with top dollar, but listen, you're trading it in for we can get it done right away. We don't have, it's not going to take a 90 to 120 days.
Right.
So you guys just come in.
Right.
And let's talk about price range.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a price range you like to stay in? Like bottom line, you'll buy any type house?
I think the cheapest one that I bought was 11,000. The highest one we bought was like 650 so far.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
any price range, I mean, we have the cash to make it happen, basically.
Okay. So we have a lot of people in Boca that listen to our show, a lot of people in West Palm Beach.
Right.
What if someone's got a house that's 7, 8, 900,000? Doesn't
We'd
matter.
be happy to look
Doesn't
at it.
matter.
Yeah. No.
What goes into your criteria of buying the house?
Your turn.
That's a good question. I mean, as far as as we don't necessarily really have a criteria at a house, specific house. We more or less just look at the situation, and we're very upfront with owners. So if a homeowner calls us and lets us know their situation, and we just don't see we're a company that can provide the service to really sincerely help them, then we just let them know.
Okay.
And we let them know that, hey, we don't really think we can help you. Sometimes we get people, who have, no financial issues. They're not in foreclosure. They're not behind on taxes. They're great, and they don't even have a need to sell. They just want to know if they can. They just want to get an offer on a house just to see where it's at and see if they can get more than what they even think the house is worth. So we just let people up front know, hey, if that's what you're looking for, we're not the guys.
Exactly. Don't use us.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, do you need approval from the bank when you buy a home, like say it's in foreclosure?
So yeah, you do need approval. So there's two different scenarios. I mean, you have like the short sale route where the person's in foreclosure and they owe more than what the house is actually worth. So then you have to do what's called an actual short sale. There's some people, believe it or not, who actually are going in foreclosure, but they have equity in the house. So when that happens, you don't necessarily need approval, but you do need to contact the bank and get like an actual payoff to close.
Now, do you buy the properties after the foreclosure is done or before?
So if we're working with the homeowner, obviously it'd be before the foreclosure is done.
Now, it doesn't matter. They could even be in Miami. They could be in Orlando, couldn't they?
Well, we don't. we like to stay in Palm Beach.
Okay.
Basically,
Because you'd
Palm
actually
Beach.
have to go to
Yeah,
there
we
if you-
go there.
Okay.
So Broward Dade and Palm Beach.
You
Yeah.
know, a lot of people don't even know what a short sale is. Can you
No.
explain that to people?
Sure. So basically, a short sale is when you owe more than what your house is worth. So let's just say, just going to throw simple numbers. Let's say your house is worth $100,000 and you have a mortgage for $150,000. Then
You're upside down.
You're upside down. So basically, if you want to sell, you can, but we need to go to the bank and process a whole bunch of paperwork that the bank requires and go through what's called the short sale process. Typically, for us, takes about anywhere from 90 to 120 days to get it done, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
So now, loan modification. What's a loan modification?
A loan modification is basically when you have certain terms in the mortgage. Let's say your monthly payments are too high, you can't afford them. Some banks will work with the homeowners. It doesn't happen too often, but they can reduce the monthly payments, even reduce the principal balance of the mortgage. From our experience, people try it.
It's like less than 1%.
And end up coming back and doing a short sale.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
now, if a person's facing foreclosure, how do you guys benefit them?
So if they're going to go through the short sale process, I mean, first off, they don't go to foreclosure. So
Okay.
they lose the foreclosure. So that'll help their credit. They don't have to worry about a foreclosure being in their credit. The short sale is still going to show on their credit, but it's not as bad. You can probably go buy a house within a year to 2 years after versus a foreclosure. It's going to take a lot longer, at least 7 years or so. Also, with the short sale, believe it or not, they can get money for selling the house. And mostly everyone that works with us gets some type of money for selling, for doing a short sale. There's called like a half incentive where the banks, offer the sellers moving assistance and stuff like that. And they can actually get get cash for doing the short sale.
So now when people call you, let's give everybody your phone number.
Sure, it's 954-906-3000.
Okay. And you got a great website.
Thank you.
Give me your website address.
It's floridacashhomebuyers.com.
Now, if you go there right now, you can actually watch our show live.
Awesome.
Or if you missed the first part of it, this show will always be there. And so, and we're going to be doing another show next month and the month after. This is, and I saw this with our foreclosure show. I mean, there's a lot of people that can use your service.
Right.
It is, again, when you're out there trying to sell your house, I mean, a lot of people know it could take a long time.
Yeah.
Now, if you're okay with that, you're in a financial position, it's not a problem.
Right.
But you're looking for that person who needs to sell right now.
Right.
Need to get, and there's such a great market for a business like yours. So I love what you guys are doing. I love the fact that you've been around for 5 years and you know what you're doing. You've seen a lot of things out in the market, but gosh, I mean, even across the street from us, we live in a nice area in Coral Springs. There's 2 houses that have been foreclosed on.
Yeah.
And maybe they should have used a service like yours, or they wouldn't be in the position they're in.
Yeah, it's crazy. Every month there's anywhere from like 500 to 1,000 new foreclosures just in one county, in Broward, Dade. It's
It's a lot.
a lot.
Well, we got an email that I wanted to share with you. It says, do all properties in foreclosure need to go through a short sale to be sold to you?
Right. So it goes
No.
back to what we were saying. If it's upside down, then it would need to go through short sale.
Right.
But
Okay.
if there's equity, then no.
Now, to draw up the papers, do you already have agreements made up? Do you have they have to go through an attorney to do this?
We use standard FARBAR contracts. Basically, what the realtors. I'm a licensed realtor, so
Okay.
we use what approved contracts by the realtor
By the
board.
Realtor Association.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you buy a property with other liens on them other than the mortgage or in a foreclosure?
Yeah, yeah.
We
Like
do it
code
all the time.
violations, open permits, things like that.
We're buying a house now for $80,000 that has like $300,000 in code violations and liens.
In code violations?
Yeah.
Why would it get so high?
Because they accumulate daily. So like this particular one has like 10 different liens and violations accumulating like at $250 a day for God knows how long.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Now, some of the houses, or all the houses you buy, do you fix up?
yeah,
Most of them,
Most
yeah.
of them, yeah.
Okay. And then you resell them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Do you rent your houses out?
Yeah.
some of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm getting at is if someone might be interested in buying a house, do you usually have inventory?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like houses that we rehab. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Again, before we go to break, let's give everybody your phone number and your website address again.
Yeah, it's 954-906-3000. That's 954-906-3000. And the website is floridacashhomebuyers.com.
And what are your hours?
Like 9 to 6. There's
Okay.
usually somebody in the office.
Okay.
We're actually going to change it, so it's going to be from 9 to 8.
All I know is you really answer your emails fast.
Yeah, I mean we're
We're
busy, but
email like crazy to each other, and we're going to be probably doing a lot more emailing. We're going to go break right now, and when we come back, we'll have more with Omar and Gabriel.
There are many situations that today's homeowners face which require them to sell their home fast. Florida Cash Home Buyers specializes in purchasing properties from homeowners in as little as 5 days and without the need of dealing with any repairs, realtors, stress, or hassle. They have purchased many properties from people just like you and can solve many problems such as foreclosure, tax liens, damaged homes, probates, abandoned houses, and many more. Don't let your real estate worries bother you anymore. If you want to sell your house today, call Florida Cash Home Buyers right away and speak to someone about how they can best help you. They offer free, no-risk consultations. Florida Cash Home Buyers. Sell your house the easy way for fast cash. Call Florida Cash Home Buyers today. 954-906-3000. That's 954-906-3000. You can also check them out online at www.floridacashhomebuyers.com. That's www.floridacashhomebuyers.com.
And we're back. We're here in studio today. Our new day, Thursdays from 5 to 6. We have been waiting to get these hours. We've been doing the show for a couple years now, but we really wanted the 5 to 6 hour because that's true drive time. And actually, last week was our first day. So tell your friends about it. Ask the Experts every Thursday from 5 to 6. And you can watch today's show right now. We're live right now here in studio. And all you have to do is go to your website, which is
FloridaCashHomebuyers.com.
watch us right now. The show today is about buying houses fast. There's many times that homeowners have to get out from underneath their house. Could be many reasons. And you guys come in, make them an offer. They can close within 10 to 15 days. Is
Yeah.
that pretty
Yeah.
fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times can you do that? Usually, like when you hire a realtor, because you're a realtor,
Right.
90,
Yeah.
120 days.
Much longer, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So this is for that homeowner, and there's really no. It can go from, we just said 11,000 to 700,000, but it really doesn't matter what the price is. These guys will come in, evaluate your house.
Right.
I would think you're going to do that.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
for
you're
sure.
going to make them an offer. Real simple.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think there's a lot of negotiating to this, or is there?
It depends on situations. With
Okay.
some sellers, there is. Some
But
not
you
so
already know
much.
really what the house is worth.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is something else I think it's great. If your house is not in the greatest of shape, doesn't matter to you.
No.
Right.
Because you're going to go back in and
Right.
remodel it anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to try to resell it. So if a person is in the market looking for a home, you guys are a good company to call.
Yeah. We
'Cause
have
you've got
inventory right now too.
Exactly. Where's your inventory at?
You know better on that aspect.
We got inventory everywhere, all in Tri-County.
Tri-County?
Yeah, Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach.
Okay. So if someone's looking for a house in Plantation, you might have houses in Plantation.
We're
Yeah,
just
we got a house
rehabbing
right
one.
now that we're remodeling in Plantation. Yeah.
Okay. Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah. We have a duplex in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. So you do condos too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not just houses.
No.
Great. Okay. So how long does a short sale typically take?
Our average time right now is somewhere between 90 to 120 days.
Okay.
Now there's some that may take a lot longer, and there's some very rare that may take even faster than the 90 to 120 days. But average is about 90 to 120 days.
Okay. What is your success ratio with buying these short sale houses?
With us actually buying them, I would say it's probably somewhere around maybe 40%.
Okay. That's a nice average.
Yeah, it's around 40%. I mean, I wish it would be higher, but
Yeah.
the good part is if we don't buy it, since we're realtors as well, we'll bring a buyer. So
Okay.
for instance, if the bank's just asking way too much money and it needs a retail buyer, then we can bring a retail buyer to come and close the transaction.
So what happens if the bank doesn't approve it? What happens then?
It does happen sometimes. It's rare, but it does happen. At that point, we let the seller know what's going on, and they can try and set up like a cash for keys type deal with the
bank.
with the bank. Some people got to file for bankruptcy to avoid the bank coming after them and
Okay.
seizing their assets. So it depends. It depends.
Now, if someone buys a house from you, like one of your houses, is it hard to qualify?
No. We have a lender that we recently found that they're really good. I mean, what's their average turnaround time? Like 14 days or something?
Yeah, they're
like that?
closing our buyer transactions within 15 days, which
Okay.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been dealing with banks that take 2 or 3 months to fund, and it just takes forever.
Well, here's another email. How much money can a homeowner walk away with in a short sale?
It's typically 5 to 10,000. The most that we saw in houses that we buy is 36,000.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that was a lot, but that was like a home run. That was,
Yeah.
well, that was like a grand slam.
They were happy for sure.
So, again, what you do is you find houses that are people are having trouble with their mortgage,
Right.
possibly going into foreclosure. Maybe someone who's been sitting on their house for a long time because it needs a lot of work.
Right.
Because I know we've looked at houses in our neighborhood that we liked until we saw all the work. We didn't want to get involved. And I'm sure that's why their house was on the market for so long.
Right.
People wanted to move in. They didn't want to have to worry about remodeling. But this is what you guys do, though.
And sometimes we'll get people also who, the house is in great condition, but
Yeah.
they don't live here and they don't want to pay the property taxes any longer. It's a headache, the upkeep, and they just want out now. Like they've just decided that I don't want to wait any longer. Just give me a cash offer today and I'll walk away. And we have some people who have an urgency to move. Hey, I need to move like
Getting
in 2 weeks.
transferred or something.
Right.
I don't have time. I need to move in 2 weeks and that's it. I need to close in 2 weeks. I need my money.
Well, do you ever come across companies that actually own the house for an employee, maybe president of a company, that president leaves for whatever reason, and they have to sell this house because they don't want to pay for the house anymore?
I had one case in Fort Lauderdale that was like that. It was like it was the company that it was some kind of something weird in the transaction that the actual the owner sold it, but it was the companies that got the money or something like that.
Now, who negotiates with the banks for you?
We have an in-house short sale negotiator.
Okay, you
that's
have-
what she's trained in doing, and that's what she does full time.
I got you. What are you seeing in the industry right now with houses? Because I've had people like, we live in Coral Springs, and I've had people tell me, oh, houses are they're selling so fast in Coral Springs, but I'm seeing houses that are sitting there.
Right.
There's a lot of inventory in Coral Springs. It's not as great as people describe it as, and that's just in Coral Springs. What are you seeing? I mean, are there a lot of foreclosures out there?
There's a lot. Yeah.
There's a lot of houses on the market, so there's competition with other listings.
What is the average closing time? Is Broward different than Palm Beach, or is it about the same?
That's something that I have to look up and see. I don't have that info with me, but I mean, on our transactions and with the ones that we retail, it's probably about 2 months, no? From the time that we list them until it actually closes.
From the time that we list them, I mean, typically right now, on an average deal, from the time that we buy it, remodel it, and sell, it's taking about 3 months.
Okay.
But that's not bad because you've also got the remodeling time in there
Right.
too.
Right.
So that's. Listen, I love what you guys are doing. I'm becoming a big fan because it's so. I just know what the market is. People are losing their jobs left and right. People are getting laid off, and to have a company like yours that can kind of walk in and, I mean, you're helping a lot of people
Yeah.
that could have just lost their house because they couldn't sell it fast enough. So I love what you guys are doing. Again, the name of the company is Fast House.
Florida Cash Home Buyer.
Cash Home Buyer.
Right.
You know what? There's a lot of names that are
Yeah.
similar. Is that right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I've seen on the website. I went, wait a minute, is that you guys? So just make sure you're careful. Give everybody your website again.
Sure, it's FloridaCashHomebuyers.com.
Okay. Let's say I decide I want to sell my house. So I call your company at what phone number?
954-906-3000.
Okay. So I call you. You're going to come out in how many days?
It's as early as you're available.
Okay.
So if you're available today and it's not, like 6, 7 in the evening, we'll come today.
What are you looking for when you come out to the house?
So we'll look for, the condition of the house, the location, the area around it, the neighborhood. We'll do our assessment as far as how much we think it's going to be worth after we fix it up and how much repairs it's going to need.
Do you look at comps in the neighborhood?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Comps. And then basically that's what determines our offer.
Okay. So, but you still make an offer right then and there?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, if a person decides to take your offer, I'm sure there's a little negotiation that goes on.
Yeah, sometimes yes.
But you know,
we
basically
have
what you're
our
going to pay
our
for the house.
maximum that we can pay for it.
Exactly. So what happens next? We agree to a number. Then what happens?
Then basically we sign a contract and get it to the title company. They run title and lien searches. Once that comes back, basically, I mean, if the seller wants to close right away, we'll close whenever those things are ready. The closing statements, they'll come to the title company, sign documents, and get their either a check or a wire to their bank account. If the seller needs more time to close, we're flexible, so we can set the closing for another month or two
But
down
you
the road.
deal mostly with people who don't have a
Yeah,
lot of time.
they want to close fast.
Exactly.
Yeah, most people want to close fast. Some of them aren't ready to move out just yet, like 'cause they
Yeah.
need time. So sometimes we just close. We'll hold a certain amount of proceeds in escrow so they get their money, and then they can go do what they need to do to leave.
Right.
Sometimes
Find a
they
new
need to find a
place.
place to rent. Sometimes, what are other
Sometimes they use
situations?
their money from this house to buy another
To buy
house.
another
so
house, yeah.
What's your best house right now that's in inventory right now? Where is it located at?
Our best house,
we just closed on the Deerfield one yesterday, no? Or a couple of days ago.
the Deerfield one, the one in Miami is pretty good.
So you have a house in Deerfield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we just
We just
sold it. Yeah.
Okay, I guess it was
a
really
nice
good,
house.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a nice house.
Just out of curiosity, tell me a little bit, because I understand the kind of houses. What this house? Tell me about the house.
It was just it was in a 55 plus community.
Okay.
The house was
Gated community. Okay.
not a gated community, no, but it was nice, taken care of community. I mean, it wasn't like something really extraordinary, but it didn't need much work. So we got the rehab done in like 2 weeks, I think,
Yeah.
and we closed on it like it was a cash deal actually. The buyer was a cash buyer, so we closed on it with 2 weeks after.
Okay.
So all in all, it took about a month and 5 weeks or so.
Well, we are getting ready to go to break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about probate when it comes to buying houses.
Right.
You're going to be sticking around. These are the senior partners here, both Omer and Gabriel. Again, the name of the company is Florida Cash Home Buyers. You all are located in Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale.
Doesn't matter, though, because you buy houses in Palm Beach and Dade County. Let's give everybody your phone number again before we go to break.
It's 954-906-3000.
Okay. And your website address is?
FloridaCashHomeBuyers.com.
This is going to be fun. We're going to be doing this once a month. And again, hey, maybe you've got a family member, you have a friend that's really having trouble selling their house. We've got the company that's going to come in and they will buy your house from you.
And we do pay for referrals too.
Okay. Yeah, they pay $50,000 for a referral. And you are going to split it with me. No, we're joking. They're going to leave after this show, but we're going to be right back. We're going to go to break right now, and I think your attorney's here.
He is okay.
Oh,
Cool.
you said he. This is not a he. I just saw her through the glass. Anyhow, we will be right back.
It should be a he.
Have you inherited a house that you want to sell fast? If so, Florida Cash Home Buyers may be just who you are looking for. Holding onto a property and maintaining it can be expensive, time-consuming, and emotionally draining. Florida Cash Home Buyers specialize in purchasing inherited properties that need to go through the probate process. Their expertise in this field can help you sell your inherited home much faster and usually even before the